Welcome to Parenting Paused this week. A lot of shifts and changes going on over at Pure Joy Parenting. I am starting a new venture called the Pillars of Pure Joy. And the Pillars of Pure Joy are the foundational pieces that I found in my parenting that were a little bit different than the traditional parenting beliefs and ideas. So the Pillars of Pure Joy is to support parent coaches, family therapists, anyone that's interested in looking through a different view of your parenting. If you're interested, I'm doing a free workshop next Tuesday, the 22nd of March at 2 p.m. And if you'd like to join me, just shoot me over an email, Leslie@purejoyparenting.com, and I'll make sure that you get the information to sign up. The very first pillar of Pure Joy that we're going to be working with next week is called supporting versus helping. Now, this pillar became very evident for me when I realized that I was very identified with my helper role. I am much more comfortable giving than I am receiving. So I decided I was going to be the ultimate helper of my daughter. What this led to was a tremendous amount of worry. So that's what we're going to be talking about this week is worry, worry, worry. Now, I'm sure you can relate because I have not met a parent yet that doesn't worry about their children as they're developing, as they're growing, as we have all these standards, as we have all these comparisons. The worry muscle gets quite activated in our parenting. Now, what I found out was that worry muscle created a lot of suffering for me. It put a barrier between my heart and my daughter's because I was projecting onto her. She became the location of my worry. What was really happening was I was feeling so uncomfortable inside that I didn't have the capacity to control her world to make sure that she never suffered. She never felt difficult feelings. And so I was very, very divided inside of myself. So the form that took was worry. So every time that she would go outside the door, I would worry that something bad was going to happen to her, that it was just like an obsessive kind of thought form. And of course, I was making her the location. It was always something was going to happen to her. Then it was going to be my fault because I wasn't in control or I hadn't made the right decision. And as I really tapped into this, it became very apparent that I really liked being in that helper role or in that role where I felt that I could control the external environment, my daughter's external environment, so that she would never suffer. Now, this was a really big aha for me because I was projecting onto her what I didn't want to happen in myself. As I turned back in and went to my safe seat and sat with myself, I realized that I wasn't really so worried about my daughter. I was uncomfortable inside of myself. And when I didn't attend to that discomfort, I was not able to come alongside my daughter in her beautiful, amazing journey of life and show up for her when she was challenged. I was overly supporting her, overly with my worry, engulfing her with my energy. So she didn't have the space or the freedom to find her own capacities, her own competencies. As I realized this, I brought my energy back in. I created some healthy separation between my daughter and I. And every time that worry arose, and I tell you, it still does, that is an indicator for me that I'm feeling discomfort. Now, the reason I know this is because my worry comes up when my daughter's not even home. It's like bigger than at home. I have some crazy fantasy that I could manage everything, right? Or control everything so nothing bad would happen. But most of my worry comes up when she's out of the house. So she's not even in the vicinity. So I recognize it couldn't be her causing my worry. It was my discomfort, my own discomfort in not being able to control what was going to happen to her external. Once I sat with that, honored myself, of course that came up because I love my daughter so deeply, and I know you do your children also. And yet when I brought that worry back home, worked with it, then that beautiful healthy separation I had with my daughter supported me in coming alongside her, asking her great questions about her life, about her safety, about her health. I was finally able to show up for my beautiful, amazing, competent daughter instead of projecting all my worry onto her. Thank you for listening to this episode of Parenting Paused. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor and share it with your mama friends. You can also leave a review wherever you listen, which will support getting the Pure Joy message out. Come on over to the Pure Joy Parenting Practice Facebook page or join me on Instagram to hear more. And don't forget to download your free copy of the Safe Seat course on the Pure Joy website. And while there, check out the offerings page to go deeper in the Pure Joy work.